Hey, Pisces. We're here to do your reading. Last but certainly not least, I'm a Pisces too. Oh, morning voice. Goodness. Hope it's not too rough. We're going to start with the Star Codes Astral Oracle cards. Let's see what we get for you. Puppy decided to notice her food the second we began. We're supposed to use this one? Okay. I'm gonna go with the ones that are face up. Like a bunch of cards fell. But the ones I'm seeing are Taurus, Cultivate, and Jupiter, Abundance. Well, just to read the Taurus. This one went upside down, but we will still keep that in mind. And underneath is second house, resources. I think that was underneath in Leo's also. Babe, leave it, please. Yeah, leave it. Yeah, leave it. Play with that later. Sorry, guys. Taurus, 2. Sorry, thank you for understanding. Taurus, cultivate. Taurus asks you to hold still, dig in, grow roots, and strengthen over time. Manifest in a practical way, signified by a bull standing in its field. Taurus rules the neck and the voice. Its purpose is to bring life into matter through growing wildflowers and crops, through our muscle strength and our sensual potential of our bodies, and through the solidness of our material resources. The sun shines here April 21st to May 20th. Action. Work with the metaphor of gardening. Plow the ground, plant the seeds, nurture the crops with water and fertilizer, and protect those crops from predation. Grow roots rather than travel. Interesting. Investigate what concrete form your project should take and the next practical steps in that direction. Appreciate the senses, notice what you see, smell, hear, feel, and taste. Use the senses to be in the present moment and let time flow by. Cuddle, feed. In a relationship, listen to both the signals of the body chemistry and the practicalities of your life to give it a fertile field. Cultivate your garden. Like a slowly growing flower basking in the sun, find contentment in this moment. Explore the roots of the situation. Ask what feeds this idea or what feeds your soul. If you're feeling pushed about it, sit, hold still, grow roots, and let the storm pass over. Don't hurry. Play the long game as you plant and tend your crops. Challenge. Taurus excess can lead you to mistake stubbornness for strength or look for spiritual and emotional answers in the material world. There will never be enough stuff to fill an emotional void. Sensuality is a Taurus gift, but sex alone will not fulfill a desire for love. Clarify your hunger. Gift. Anything that surrounds you is made up of matter. And the word matter comes from the Latin word mater, or mother. Taurus connects you to the sacred earth, Mother Gaia herself, the physical vessel who holds spirit in the body, in the plants, and in the earth between us. Beneath us. Earth between us. Ooh. Okay. Right. I'm trying to feel this one. The physical feelings have been coming in for the signs this week. Well, at least the second half of the readings they have been, which is usually a thing that happens with people I know well. I can we'll have empathy in some regard, but physically, sometimes I'll physically feel a condition, or just like breathing patterns will like hit me pretty hard. It just depends. It just depends on how many people are around, how close I am, how much I know them personally. But I've been feeling this stuff when these readings come in. We'll see. But I am a touch under the weather. So I'm like, what's mine? What's mine and what's Pisces? Because, again, Pisces. Are we a little under the weather? I don't know. Having our moments of stubbornness. A lot of shuffling. We're going to do a Celtic cross with this. I definitely always forget what this one is. I already looked at the underneath. Why did I look at the underneath? The underneath is Six of Pentacles. Possibly reciprocity. Generosity. Negative connotation might be breadcrumbing. Anyways, you. What crosses? Headspace. Root of the matter. Recent past. Near future. How you see yourself. How others see you. Hopes and fears. An outcome. We already got that. Six of Pentacles. Let us see. You. Ace of Swords. Boom. Some new truth. Now either this is an acknowledgement or a realization of your own truth, or it's coming in externally, or it's an internal realization. One of those. I mean, but it's you. New truth. Ooh. What crosses you? Four of Pentacles. Digging in, like the Taurian energy a little bit, holding on. Possibly. If there's a new truth coming in, maybe you're holding on to what is. Sitting on the seed. Oh. We'll get more into that. We'll see how that plays in. Headspace. Death. Transformation. Headspace. Things are a-changing. That could be tough. Transformation is amazing. And whether it's the Tower or, the Death Rider coming in, it will serve you, but that doesn't mean it's going to be comfortable. And that's okay. Like I've been saying in like half these readings, discomfort is, well, it can be drawn out at times, but like you can feel it. And don't guilt yourself for feeling the feelings of discomfort, or like feel your feelings and then say, all right, but why though? Let's look a little deeper. Like reverse engineer what it is that's happening. Root of the matter. Oh, I know. Sorry about that. The Hangman. Shifting your perspective. The why, though. That is the root of the matter. Not staying in that, whether it's triggered or just like melancholy because you're not psyched about change. We're afraid of change. That could be a thing too, certainly. Sitting on the seed. That one gets me. Sitting on the seed of your own manifestations, where like with cultivate. It's like one is either being obsessive, that like, where is it? Or slightly the opposite, being like, yeah, I started that thing, but it's gonna mean all these other things, which is kind of also scary, so maybe I don't want that. Just out of fear, but reason passed. Oh. The Ace of Pentacles. I see that as that seed. Either you planted it, or it started to show up in the physicality of it started to show up, which could be scary. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, Pisces. We do this. Like, ooh, that's fun. But also, am I sure? I could just... Please let me know if you understand what I mean by that. Near future. Okay. Near future. It is the Five of Cups, which doesn't look amazing, but as we were already talking about, those spilled cups in front of you are the things that are changing. Those new cups behind you are those manifestations that you're afraid to look at. Because it means not necessarily having the capacity for the things that you once did, which would possibly be those 3 spilled cups. Pisces just wants to do everything. But Pisces does not have the energy. Like, we do in bursts. We can get things done. Don't get me wrong. But we really don't have the energy for everything. Like, we need a day to recover from social interaction. Like, I don't know. I don't know if many of the signs really understand some aspects of the Piscean nature are a touch extreme. Like, we have a little bit of all the other zodiacs, so it's this huge juggling act that gets really tiresome as we tap into a lot of things. And then it's like, no, I'm burnt out. So you can't do all the things. It's just like so sad. Why am I explaining so much? I hope. Okay. How do you see yourself? I like those. How do you see yourself? King of Pentacles! Love that. That is nice. That is nice. So you have this seed, you have this new idea. You are going to see it as valuable. When it comes to the real world, you do see it as valuable, the new thing. But again, Pisces, you're gonna have that emotional energy too. Completely unavoidable. Okay, how others see you. Like this too. Chariot. Others see you as moving forward. Nothing to be disappointed about. That's that. Cultivating by movement. Doing the darn thing. Moving forward. This character seems so stoic. Hopes and fears. This one always makes me laugh because the hope is to be satisfied emotionally, but the fear might be like, okay, well, moments of smugness. Yeah. So this, I always just see this card as like, just keep your ego in check. Be grateful. When this comes up, so maybe a reminder to be grateful for maybe any cups that haven't spilled or any new cups that are coming towards you. Or maybe even be grateful for the ones that spilled. That they were what they were when they were. I haven't taken any medicine, but I feel like I'm fishbowled. That's why I'm an extra odd today. Outcome. Ten of Cups. Beautiful. That's incredible. So the outcome is the Ten of Cups, but you see yourself as the King of Pentacles. What beautiful stability. No wonder cultivating and then abundance came out. Cultivate your abundance. It might take some work and a shift in perspective. I think an important component of this also is that in order to avoid this sort of potentially smug, egoic energy, just hopes and fears, even though you get to the one more, I think to get to the one more, where it's more of a like happy, sort of joyous community feel, family feel, try to be generous. Try to have reciprocity with others. Okay, I'm gonna grab an animal card because this is amazing, but I want a little bit of advice when it comes to, let's see, when it comes to any assistance in changing your perspective, and handling any of these disappointments, and honestly, depending on what comes out, of course, whether or not, if there's a way to maybe have the energy. I'm just getting that. I mean, maybe that's my personal bias, and I'm throwing it in. Just throwing myself into this with you all, because why not? If it helps anybody, if it helps me, could help anybody. Why not? Okay, a little bit of guidance on an energy to potentially harness or be mindful of at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Oh. Okay, so we already got the Hangman, right? Bat Spirit. Rebirth is assured. Is that not? I think that's interesting. It's a 5. With the death, well, okay, death is not 5, but as far as tower moments being 5, 5, 5, and just 5 being the number of change, 5. I'm sure that was intentional. Iced coffee. Let's read it. We're here for a good time, right? Oh my god. Loopy. Oracle message. After something has run its course and died or been released. With this. So it is guidance on right after the near future. It's how to handle the near future. Okay. After something has run its course and died or been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured, just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one,
for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old
are still present in this new, amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. Mention step. That was in the headspace. Bat Spirit reminds you that at present you are... Thea, leave it, please. In unknown territory and may leave as if you're alone. Thea, leave it. I'm not playing with you right now. Leave it. Leave it. Go on. Come here. I am sorry. Bat Spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as though you are lost. However, you are being called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found, and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat Spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed, and things will be in the new form that is right for you. Protection message. What are you refusing to let die? Bat Spirit is gently nudging you to let go of your need to cling to the familiar story that has already run its course. A new story is poised to be born. Some dreams were only meant to last for a moment in time. Sometimes they were only to slow you down as you recalibrated in preparation for the new life that will give you what you really want. Perhaps you need to grieve as you say goodbye to something. At least you're saying goodbye to its familiar form. Perhaps you must let go of a part of you that must die so you can be reborn. This temporary time in the dark doesn't have to be scary or sad, though. Bat Spirit gives you her powers of perception and awareness as you learn to listen deeply and navigate these unknown caves of temporary emptiness. You will emerge with a new perspective, and Bat Spirit will witness your giving birth to the life that matches your intentions and desires of your heart and soul. 1 minute. We're going outside in 1 minute. Again, with this, feel your feelings. It's almost as if you allow yourself to just feel it. It will be cleansing in a way that allows you to shift your perspective, like waking up from a dream. But also, when I was reading that, I want to say one thing. If there were moments that were to, we'll say, I don't necessarily think they're tests, but for the sake of understanding, potentially tests to see if you were going to let things hold you back, this, that. It's not to say that those things are inherently bad. They're not. We got to get out of potentially being like, they were just this or that or blah, 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 or this situation didn't serve me, and maybe it didn't. But maybe it's just not in alignment. Things don't have to be bad for them to not be the perfect fit for you. It's like if you find a puzzle piece from a different box, does that mean that puzzle piece is garbage and that you should throw it away? No. The puzzle piece should find its box, and then it's going to fit perfectly not where it belongs, but you know what I mean? Where it fits. Like its own path. We went deep into that. But that pulled me in too. Like, let's not vilify
anything. Even ourselves. Like if, oh, we're going here too. So much. If someone, for the realistic sake, if you were rejected in a way, they say rejection is protection. But maybe it's really, you were a puzzle piece from a different box. It might take a little longer to find your box. Well, not that anyone should be in a box, but it's a metaphor. We don't, it's so funny. Another thing I say, there's absolutely no point in feeling insecure. Absolutely none. Unless you're hurting people in ways that you don't quite understand, or that they're not verbalizing, or having oversights and not being considerate. That is a whole thing, and that is true. But when it comes to just being yourself in an authentic, healthy way in the world, why would you ever feel any kind of way? Like, you're a puzzle piece. No, puzzle pieces are not chastised for not fitting in the right spot. Anyway, unless somebody's toxic and they just hammer that shit in there. But all of that, I have some plans for Pisces season, which I know is like almost a month away, but I'm already excited. This year, I'm telling you, this year we're going to celebrate a little bit, because it's the end of the year. It's technically the last month of the actual energetic year. So we're going to, I think we're going to use the rest of Aquarius season to reflect. And then for the last month, instead of reflecting on the last month and then feeling some kind of way, we're going to do that now. If you're with me. I'm going to do that right now. And then come Pisces season, we're going to look forward. I've got this amazing oracle deck that we're going to use to look forward to spring and all the new, and cultivating our garden, maybe planning, would be perfect. It's the perfect time to plan for your garden, right? And then all the things you're looking forward to. That's what sometimes when it becomes spring, actually, sometimes when it's really gloomy or it's just a slushy season, I like to think about what I'm looking forward to. So you don't sit in those potential slushy, dark day blues. Like, wow. Like, I'm going to order some seeds. I'm going to think about this and that. I'm going to try to pay attention to where the sun hits the yard so I know where the good sunspots are to grow my garden. So that's what we're going to do in Pisces season. I'm telling you now, just so if you're with me on the whole energetically shedding things in this Aquarius season, use your mind, think on that stuff, feel it out. Pisces season. What to look forward to. I've talked enough, but I love you. I hope this helps. It's looking amazing. 10 cups at the end here. And I'll see you soon. Bye.